Baseball.
Forget cable, switch to Frontier. The Fios Triple Play brings dedicated 100% fiber optics to your home. Fios TV, 15x5 internet and digital phone for $119.99 per month with 2-year price protection plan on qualifying service. FrontierPacificNW.com.
Do you like those logos, Bob?
Huh?
You like this hat, Bob?
Huh? I can't hear you over
I'm
that.
suggesting the hat's a little loud. I'm wearing my Negro Leagues hat. The start of the baseball season is upon us. And what speaks to baseball more than, I don't know, fans in the bleachers? Cat calls screaming out. I thought we'd take a few cat calls today.
All right.
We'll try and predict.
You suck!
You say like that. Except hopefully there'll be questions about what we think is going to happen for the Mariners.
Just more insults.
We suck. I can take that. Try another one.
Nice hat!
This is not very good so far.
So far, you're not enjoying this.
We should have rethought this.
All right, go ahead.
Who leads the Mariners in wins outside of Felix Hernandez?
Bob.
Boy, I don't have.
We know who Chalky Bob's going to go with.
Well, I don't have a lot of faith in anybody after him. You know, I'm not a big Vargas guy.
I know.
And you've got Millwood in there. How about this? I'm gonna go away from the chalk. I'll say Bevan.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Blake Bevan will have the most wins outside of Felix, because it probably will be Vargas, but he seems like he's all or nothing. I'm just not that dazzled by him, but I will go with Bevan.
All right, if you're going to go out on a limb, I will too. I don't. By the way, I do not think this person will have double-digit wins.
The second most, so
Yeah.
it'll be single digits.
Yes.
So you're predicting a really good year.
Well, I'm predicting, a lot of bullpen wins, maybe. You can look at it that way if you wanted to. I'll go with the old man, Millwood.
Boy,
9 wins, just like last year. That'll be number 2.
remember that one.
Sean Figgins will be out of the starting lineup by what date?
Let's see, Sean Figgins. So we figure he's not going to play. He's not having a very good spring. He seems to be in a good mood, but he didn't play third base much because of the Gutierrez injury until late. So he's not likely to get off to a fast start. Let's see, Memorial Day is the 31st.
So on the
of
team, but
May.
out of the starting lineup.
I'll say that they make the change and he's out of the starting line. They're going to give him a month at least, so I'll call it May 15th.
I'll take the over.
You're going to say it's later than that? They take him out of the starting lineup?
I'd say it was, yeah. I'll say
Okay.
end of May, maybe even early June.
But you do think he'll be pulled? You don't have to say he's going to get pulled out, by the way.
No, I don't. I told you, I've got much more faith in Ichiro in the 3 than I do of Figgins having a resurgent year. So I tend to believe that it's going to be another rough year.
Well, I think he could have a resurgent year, but I don't think he's going to.
Yeah.
How many RBI will Ichiro have in the number 3 hole?
This is the key question
Well,
because
now you said on the show if it's
number
anything,
3 hitter should get 100 RBIs.
but you take 90.
80
What's
RBIs
what's
would
your
be
bottom
80,
number?
80.
So if he comes in at 75, you're like, it was a failure.
Yeah, not quite enough. Now I understand they had 53 for Olivo last year, 56, something like
I
that.
think he was in the
Was it
60s.
60 maybe? Pittman, do you know?
What?
How many RBIs did Olivo have last year?
I think it was in
Not
the
enough.
60s.
Not enough. It was in the 60s. I agree with
The fact that he was the leader is shameful.
If he goes 15 over, that'll be kind of impressive. So your 75 would be kind of impressive. But if you're going to be good, if you're going to have a good baseball team, your number 3 hitter should be driving in 100 runs.
How many do you think he will drive in?
I think he'll drive in 60.
I'll take the over on that as well.
What are you going to say?
I will say 72.
Okay.
Will there be a 300 hitter on the roster this season?
What are those? I'm kidding. Ichiro used to be the automatic, and you've kind of taken him out of the mix a little bit, haven't you?
Well, no, because I've told you I think he does bounce back and hit over 300.
Okay.
I don't know if the power numbers are going to be what anybody is anticipating or hoping for, but I think he will be a 300 hitter. I'd also say that Ackley has a chance to be a 300 hitter.
So you're going to say 2?
I'm going to say, let's see. Yes, 2.
I'm going to say 0. As in none. None of the Mariners will hit
How
300.
negative he is.
They're going to hit better than they did last year, but I don't think anyone's going to hit
Should it
300.
have been how many 275 hitters though?
That might have been a more fair question. They could have a few of them.
I'm getting optimistic calling 2 300 hitters.
Okay.
What will the final standings be in the AL West? Not good!
Says the Peanut Gallery. Bob, what do you say?
I say it will be the Rangers once again winning the division, followed by the Angels, followed by your Seattle Mariners, and the Oakland A's in dead last. Bartolo Colon is their number 2 pitcher. Not that he's
Right.
light years ahead or below, I should say. Not that Vargas is light years ahead of him, but I have never even heard of their 3, 4, and 5 guys we heard today on the radio.
No.
Maybe they
or
turn
most of their starters.
Yeah, maybe they turn out to be great. I don't know. Hearing of them doesn't translate to anything. But they seem to be more in a in an out of sorts situation than the Mariners are. I think the Mariners.
Say the name of that Cuban kid again. Cespedes, is that what it was?
Cespedes, yeah.
He's the key. I mean, if he somehow has a big year for him. Remember, they lost 88 last year, so they were a little bit better than the Mariners last year. But they got rid of their two best pitchers. They got rid of Gonzalez and got rid of Cahill and replaced them with prospects for the most part. I disagree with you on top. I agree with Sports Illustrated, as a matter of fact. I think the Angels are going to win it all this year. I think they're going to be propelled by the moves they made, and I think they win the division, and I think they win the World Series. I think the Rangers make the postseason, too. I think you're going to have that second wild card will be from the West, not from the East. I think it's going to be Texas.
So you're going Angels, Rangers,
Mariners, A's.
You like the Mariners to finish third as well?
I think the A's are the worst team in baseball. I mean, I think the A's could lose 105, 110 games this year. I mean, they've got some, yeah, lots of fun down there. But they've completely revamped their team. I mean, for me, I look at certain things like the Mariners dropped their payroll $10 million. I mean, I just don't think
that's like half the A's payroll.
Yeah, I don't know how that makes you better. And the A's traded their best two pitchers for prospects. How can they be any better?
They're not. That's why we both predict them to be in last.
Yeah, I think so. Is that it? Or we got another one?
One more.
One more.
Will Jesus Montero prove Ken Rosenthal right and win the Rookie of the Year award?
I'm going to continue with my track of optimism and say yes.
I'm going to join you on the optimistic track just because I'm not exactly certain who the competition's going to be. But Larry Stone, hearing him yesterday said, I'm inclined to think that this guy's for real. The more you look at it, and when Larry's talking about for real, everyone knows he's for real. For real now. This is a guy who's ready to play, is what I took out of what he said.
22
yesterday.
years old. So there's going to be some.
There'll be some,
in the road.
absolutely, and I don't think people should put pressure on him. But I think if you can hit. I don't know what anyone else is going to do, but if he can hit 275 and hit 20 home runs in his first year in the majors playing at Safeco Field, he should be Rookie of the Year.
That's huge. There's our rating.